Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans 1977. It's Tuesday, and you know what that means. It is time for the NXT Event Center from events from the NXT Wrestling Show on the CW Network, plus matches from NXT Level Up. And now, here's the host of the show, Mr. Eric M. Lima.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans 1977. Episode 1875 of the show. We are about 125 episodes away from 2,000 episodes of the show. What's going on, everybody? And we'll be talking 10-12 p.m. December 10, 2024. A couple of announcements I want to make before we get going. One, I played some of the Power Rangers Readers Rewind. Even in easy mode, it's pretty tough challenge. But if you can muster the courage to get through it, then you probably will be able to unlock the Green Ranger. So we'll see what happens. So as time progresses, I will try to play the game more often. And next year, as you know, I was sent a message by Mr. David St. Dennis. And as you know, was the host of the Dugout Crew podcast. As a result of everybody leaving and everybody else, we had Jason Duquesne leave the show last year. And then this past season, Joey Acacia left the show as well. So, and because of the unpredictability of who's going to be in it, who's coming and who's going and all that, David has decided to end the Dugout Crew podcast, so no more baseball reports from here on in. As far as we'll do as far as the Dugout Crew podcast is concerned. However, at the Show in 3000 network that he does, the show that he does, we'll do the sports reports there. So that's the way we're going to go and the direction we're going to go. And also I want to thank David St. Dennis for giving me this opportunity to host a Dugout Crew podcast after 2 seasons worth for talking baseball with my friends and all that. So I want to say thank you, David St. Dennis, and we will pick up. So we decided, because it has been very, very tough to get people and everything else, and people leaving and create differences and whatnot and everything else. So that's a good reason. So I say I can have the season off finally. So besides, it's not much to talk about. Patriots are 3-10, and then you got Patriots are 3-10, and I know the Celtics are ebbing and flowing, and they got eliminated from the NBA Cup. So I think the Celtics should be focusing on getting number 19 instead of getting an NBA Cup. And meanwhile, the Bruins are trying to get back on the right track under a new coach and all. So there's nothing much that the New England sports has to offer for the time being. And the Red Sox lost out in the Juan Soto sweepstakes. We'll talk a little bit more about that tomorrow on the David 3000 Network. I might not be on there because I'm watching AEW Dynamite. Winter is coming. It has been very, very difficult for me to do a lot of game shows and a lot of stuff. And because all the game shows on Discord have been done late at night, and I can't stay up that late anymore. Getting old up there, and plus I got work early next morning and all, so it's very difficult for me to enjoy a lot of things that I used to enjoy back in the day. So there's that. Let's talk about what happened on NXT, the fallout from Deadline. Julia, the beautiful madness from Japan, kicked it off, saying she's the Iron Survivor. Roxanne Perez came out. A little trash talk between Roxanne and Perez. And Julia says, let's do it right now. But then Corey J says, I don't think so. And you think Stephanie Vaquer is going to come out? She's not. And they showed that that Stephanie Vaquer was attacked in the back. Oh, we know who did it. Come on. So, anyways. So Julia fights both ladies, and then they start attacking. And then Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez attacked her until Kaylani Jordan decided to step up. I can use the respect that she had for Julia when they fought in that qualifier matchup. That you know, and that she decided to stand up for Julia against Perez and Jade. The men's locker room was watching Ethan Page's speech after losing in Deadline, and then D'Angelo family walked over to Ethan Page and said, "Hey, how about this, man? We're going to offer you something here, a North American title shot." And then Ethan Page goes, "I don't know. And the title didn't even, I'll ask someone else then. Who wants a shot?" Everybody's like, "Oh, we want a shot." Okay. You talk me into it, I'll do it. Okay, that's what I want. So Lexis King decided to talk to Charlie Dempsey about getting another shot at the Heritage Cup. And, but Charlie Dempsey says, you had your shots, but no, I'll kind of think about it, though. So, and then Dempsey talks to the North Quarter Catch Crew, being proud of them, even though they didn't win their matches, but he was still proud of them for hanging in there. So there's that. OTM and Jada Parker, though, interrupt them and start arguing with the North Quarter Catch Crew. I sense a 6-person tag match down the road. Javon Evans went one-on-one with Wes Lee. Was a heck of a matchup. And this matchup could have gone either way, but Javon Evans, Mr. Bouncy Boy, ended up picking up the victory. Axiom and Nathan Frazier talking about being the champs. They were thanking each other, being nice, and they said, "Hey, I got an idea." He says, I got an idea. We'll make it up for each other. And I got an idea, and they will go different ways. And then Josh Briggs and Yoshiki Inamura talked about how they met in Noah. Inamura decided to jump at the chance, and Josh Briggs says, even though there's a language barrier, well, we'll get through it. We can do this. And I think, talking about country samurai or something, I don't know what the heck they're going to name themselves. I'll tell you one thing right now. Country strong style. There you go. You got the Japanese know for their strong style, and you got Josh Briggs, a big old country boy, wanting to whoop some butt, and let me tell you something. Country strong style. That would be a good name for the team. Anyway, so Sarah Schreiber interviewed Julia and Jordan, Kaylani Jordan, while they were checking out how, and she said, Stephanie McCare is going to be fine, but we're sick and tired of Rox Perez and Cora Jane running the women's division, bullying people. Come on, Julia, let's strategize for the matchup. And then so Ruka and Zaria were talking about the Iron Survivor, and how much that meant to them and all that, and even though they didn't win. It's like they were talking to each other respectively to the Meta Girls. Last let the Jakar Jackson started running their mouths. So Ruka and Zaria were kind of annoyed by that. Hank Walker and Tank Ledger versus Tyson DuPont and Tyreek Igwe. And this was you talk about, what is it? Big E once said, big meaty men slapping meat. This was a match about that. And in the end, Hank and Tank ended up winning the matchup. When they both shake hands, Tyson DuPont shook their hands, but Tyreek Igwe says, forget it. Walking away. Maybe Tyreek Igwe is trying to have a killer instinct, and let's see what happens there. Obafemi addresses being the men's Iron Survivor winner, and Trick Williams decided to interrupt Femi, and he said, hey, we haven't met, but the fans want to see us go head-to-head. And the fans started cheering. Eddie Thor comes out, interrupts Trick and Femi, accusing Obafemi for attacking him, and Obafemi goes, I'm not the one who did it. So I thought, okay, but it wasn't Obafemi who did. So we'll find out for sure. And then Eddie Thorpe, after Femi had his say, Thorpe went after, Trick and saying, what, I'm getting, he's talking trash. They're going back with Trick goes, I'll tell you what, I'll give you a shot. Ava, make the match. So, Gigi Dolan and Taylor Paxley were talking about. Gigi Dolan said, hey, there's three of them, two of us. In Taylor Paxley, I made a new friend. Izzy Dane says, I'm not done with you yet. But then Sean Spears, Nico Vance, and Brooks Jensen. Sean Spears goes, good luck in a tag team match, ladies. And then and Izzy Dame was kind of, Sean Spears was talking to Izzy Dame, and she goes, I don't need to be impressive to all you. So she walks away. And then Gigi Dolan and Tatum Paxley against Fatal Influence. JC Jane and Jasmine Nix were the ladies in the matchup, while Fallon Henley was at ringside. She got involved in the matchup, though, costing Dolan and Paxley the victory. And then when they started attacking Paxley, Gigi Dolan tried to help her, and she was getting knocked down. But then Shotzi Blackheart is back. That's right. After what? Almost a year with a miss due to injury. Shotzi Blackheart is back, started beating up on everybody. It looks like a new alliance has been made. It looks like Shotzi Blackheart's going to go back and rehab herself before she goes back to the main roster. Axiom Frazier, actually botched their. They got their wires crossed. Axiom says he's got a match against Obafemi, while Nathan Frazier says they got booked for a tag team. They got themselves. He booked them for a tag team title defense, and it'll be against Gallus next week. And then Axiom goes, "Oh man, how am I going to do this? I have to fight twice." And they said, "If anybody can pull it off, you can. Do you see the look at your face? Well, you're wearing a mask, so." And then the North American title was on the line. Tony D'Angelo against Ethan Page, and Tony D'Angelo ended up retaining the title against All Ego. And then Alexis King was seen talking to Ryan Leaf, the former NFL quarterback, and then talking about mental health and all that. And Ryan Leaf goes, "You kind of my inspiration," so it was really cool to see that. And then Dempsey said, "Hey, I had to change my mind. I talked to Ava. You get yourself a Heritage Cup title shot. That's what I'm talking about. But you're going to be in some serious training with me." And then all of a sudden, Ryan Leaf has what training? Well, I don't know. I'll find out next week. So, and then Ethan Page was going out and getting an interview. Says he felt lost and ashamed. Maybe a trip to the main roster could help him. Who knows? So there's that. Next week, the NXT title will be on the line. Trick Williams defends against Eddie Thorpe. Axiom against Obafemi. The tag titles on the line. Frazier and Axiom against Gallus. And then Soruka and Zarya will be joining forces against the Meta Girls. And that will be Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson. Women's tag team match of Julia and Kaylani Jordan went up against Roxanne Perez, the NXT Women's Champion, and Cora Jade. Both teams were brawling before the matchup. And then while Julia and Roxanne Perez were brawling to the back, Cora Jade took advantage of an inexperienced Kaylani Jordan, ends up picking up the victory. And then Stephanie Vaquer attacks Jade after the match and chases her through the crowd. And then it ended with Eddie Thorpe signing the contract. He said, "This is not an opportunity to do it. This is my opportunity." "Well, you deserve it." And Abel goes, "We're still looking into the fact who attacked you." And he goes, "I know who attacked them." And then Abel's like, "Who?" Closes the book of the contract, hands it over. You're looking at him. I don't have to worry about going through 25 minutes of hell to do it. And I'm going, wow, he just played everybody. Eddie Thorpe just played everybody. What a swerve. Once again, Eddie Thorpe just played everyone. He played Trick. He played Femi. Ooh, boy, he played a lot. I just can't wait to see how this comes out. I don't know if Eddie Thorpe's going to get the Dominic Mysterio like heat next week in a little match. But let me tell you something, bro. That was, I have to admit, that was a little genius on his part. Act like he's laid out to the point where he's not medically cleared to compete. Eddie Thorpe just played the doctors. He just played everybody. Man, get him join forces with a New Day. Get some serious heat on the guy. I'm telling you. Eddie Thorpe, I got my hats off to Eddie Thorpe, and I went, wow. Whoa. Eddie Thorpe, man. Who knew? He played everybody. He played everybody. Eddie Thorpe, played. Everybody. Eddie Thorpe must be sitting there because y'all got played. We got played, y'all. Eddie Thorpe played us, man. Eddie Thorpe played us, bro. Boy, I thought the New Day played us last week. And they played Big E big time. Let me tell you something. Eddie Thorpe played us. Eddie Thorpe took it to the level. Wow, Eddie Thorpe. Oh, he had his plans since last week. He had this plan. Wow. Eddie Thorpe, man. Eddie Thorpe. That's all I'm going to say. He just played all of us, man. That was great. Anyways, that's all the time we have on the show. Eddie Thorpe played us, man. Eddie Thorpe played us, man. We just got played, bro. We just got played. Eddie Thorpe, man. He played us. That's all the time we have on the show. Episode 1875 is complete. Thank you for tuning in. Tomorrow, like I said, we got AEW Dynamite. Winter is coming. We got the Joker's Wild Wednesday. And we'll continue on trying to beat the devil this holiday season. And I'm running out of time to put up a tree. We'll see what happens. All right, I'll see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful day. And until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home.
That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, door for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with a Raven Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.